Eigentlich nicht so toll werden hier.
Kommt noch was Neues für euch raus oder nicht? Ich glaube, im Moment kommt nichts Neues raus.
Zurich, 23, Citibank. Your exposure.
You speak softly and you wait to that level where you think the shorts have overdone the stock, and then you do what Dick Fold did in 1998. You pick up the phone to guys like me and you say, 32 bid, 1 million, and then you get whacked and you come back and say 31 bid for 2 million. They're not doing that. That inspires more fear.
You can only hold tight if you've bought right, if you will. And that is to say, have an asset allocation that has something to do with how many years you have to accumulate money, how much resources you have at stake, how much income you need, and how much courage you have to ride out the peregrinations of the market.
And any presentation using the word EBITDA, if every time you saw that word, you just substituted the phrase bullshit earnings.
Please answer with a simple yes or no. Does your bank have a policy against funding new oil and gas products? Mr. Diamond.
Absolutely not, and that would be the road to hell for America.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
It's not capitalism that has failed them. It's socialism. It's corporatism. It's crony capitalism. It's fascism. That is the problem. Capitalism is the solution if we can only fully embrace it.
The issue is the Herbalife thing.
Listen to me. I was called in by Max Meyer to have a conversation, not to argue with you. All right? If you want to take... Hello?
Yeah, we're listening.
Well, if you're listening, let me talk. I want to say what I want to say, and I'm not going to talk about my Herbalife position because you want to bully me. All right?
I'm not bullying you. I'm asking the question everybody wants to know, Carl. That's all. But you can make your statement.
What you want to know. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. And if you want to take that position, I'll never go on CNBC, you know? So you can say what the hell you want, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to talk about what Ackman just said about me, not about Herbalife. And I'll talk about Herbalife when I want to, not when you ask me.
Okay.
I'm never going on a show with you again. That's for damn sure, okay?
I do is how much are their earnings? And I'll go, what are the earnings right now in the current quarter, in the prior quarter, in the prior quarter? And then next, what are the earnings in the last 3 years? And then the sales, and then the return on equity. And I'll go through all this, and if it doesn't have it, I just forget it.
If you wanted to get the takeaway for most people on Wall Street is that don't buy your summer home at the Hamptons until January, February. I genuinely believe that the bonuses are going to be very, very much in question here.
And if there's one thing I've learned from him is that when you're right and you know something, you really feel it, you can't have enough. And the biggest mistake, if I had to sum up his investment philosophy in one sentence, it's that it's not whether you're right or wrong, you just have to have the max on when you're right, and that's his unique innate ability.
But what I really want to do is I want to reach in, rip out their heart, and eat it before they die.
And he's nuts! They're nuts! They know nothing!
Kramer.
I have not seen it like this since I went 5 bid for 500,000 shares of Citigroup when I got hit in 1990. This is a different kind of market, and the Fed is asleep.
The government is promoting bad behavior because we certainly don't want to put stimulus for it and give people a whopping $8 or $10 in their check and think that they ought to save it. And in terms of modifications, I'll tell you what, I have an idea. You know, the new administration's big on computers and technology. How about this, President and administration? Why don't you put up a website to have people vote on the internet as a referendum to see if we really want to subsidize the losers' mortgages, or would we like to at least buy cars and buy houses in foreclosure and give them to people that might have a chance to actually prosper down the road and reward people that could carry the water instead of drink the water.
It's a novel idea.
Again, I'm repeating myself, stocks are not a lottery ticket. There's a company behind every stock. And you can just watch it. You have plenty of time. People are in an amazing rush to purchase a security. They're out of breath when they call up. You don't need to do this.
Value investing is like an inoculation. You either get it right away or you never get it. And I think it's just true. I actually think there's a gene for this stuff, whether it's a value investing gene or contrarian gene. I think that everybody appreciates a bargain, but when the market's going down, most people overreact and get scared.
The world runs on individuals pursuing their separate interests. The great achievements of civilization have not come from government bureau.
I'm trying to convince people there is a method. There are reasons for stocks that go up. Coca-Cola, this is very magic. It's a very magic number. Easy to remember. Coca-Cola is earning 30 times per share what they did 32 years ago. The stock has gone up 30-fold. Bethlehem Steel is earning less than they did 30 years ago. The stock is half its price of 30 years ago. Stocks are not lottery tickets.
Why are you here? Freedom, opportunity for myself. It's the least corrupt country in the world. And as long as the golden goose of capitalism isn't suffocated by socialism, this virtuous cycle is going to power on.